Hello viewers, and welcome to a brand new episode of Trashtalk on Fabula Ultima, High Fantasy Edition, a series where I talk about the various classes you can mix together to create your desired heroic characters in your Fabula Ultima campaign. In today's episode, Dancer. Dancer, Acrobat, Jester, Swashbuckler, those who have trained their bodies to achieve exceptional coordination and flexibility, whether to impress a crowd or keep ancient evil at bay. Some could even direct the flow of spiritual energy through repeated precise motions to enhance their bodies. All of them will be flashy as hell. In terms of mechanic, Dancer is a rather fragile class that can dance to apply self-buff, buff on allies, or impair the enemies in some way. This does not take action and cost quite a low MP amount, meaning, no matter your main classes, Dancer can supplement basically all of them. What about the rather fragile part? Well, to dance, you can't wear martial armor, that's basically it. As for the free benefits you could get, you can pick either an increase of plus 5 HP or MP, nothing special, still useful. Anyway, let's talk about the Dancer skill, starting with, well, dance. Dance, each time you take the skill, you learn a dance, on your turn during conflict. If you have no martial armor equipped, you may spend 10 MP to perform a dance you have learned. This doesn't require an action, but can only be down before or after an action and only once per turn. If you have already performed a different dance during your previous turn, the MP cost is cut down to 5. Some dances are instantaneous and resolve immediately, while others have effects that last until the start of your next turn. So, what exactly is a dance here? It can apply to a lot of actions in fiction really, more than just, well, dancing, as long as it is a short precise burst of action that seemingly enhances the user or can affect others. I'm emphasizing this because there's a lot of ways you can imagine how Dancer is like to reimagine your character, as long as all of them involve speeding up the animation studio budget. Onto the actual mechanic side of things, yes, it takes 10 MP and no action to dance, and if you do a different dance next turn, that can be reduced to 5, which is nothing in terms of cost. Needless to say, Dancer is extremely capable of self-buffing whenever they want to. Most of the dances are very similar to say the least. They either apply elemental defense or attack, make enemies feel awful, and then there are a couple special ones I have to take note of. Lion Dance makes you instantly recover from a status effect, Mermaid Dance makes your target lose MP, Ouroboros Dance lets an ally takes turn immediately after yours, Peacock force target to target you, and Unicorn lets you and an ally you have bonded to recover injuries. Only a rare few requires Dex, making the dance moves very usable for a wide variety of classes, though you will have a bit of survivability problem if you want to dance a lot. Second, follow my lead. When you perform a dance with a duration of until the start of your next turn, you may spend 10 more MP to apply the dance effect on an ally you have bond of affection to. In summary, you too can apply the power of dancing to an ally you have a certain bond with. In other words, you can power couple problem out. Third, frenetic footwork. After you perform a dance with duration of until the start of your next turn, you gain a bonus equal to skill level times 2 to all opposed checks that rely on acrobatics, coordination, or speed until the end of your next turn, useful for when you do have to perform opposed checks, which might be more frequent than you think in some scenarios. Fourth, quick change. After you perform a dance, you may use an equipment action for free. Now you can actually make good use of all the different weapons and armors you have found in your journey, you just gotta add a little flair. And lastly, there's War Dancer. After you perform a dance, your attack with brawling, dagger, flail, and thrown weapon deal skill level worth of extra damage, up to 5, until the start of your next turn. If you have arcane weapon equipped, offensive spell you cast also deal up to 5 extra damage until the start of your next turn. This is the only skill you have to take notice of if you are going for damage. More interestingly, this skill can improve damage of both physical weapons and offensive spells at the same time. I don't think there's a skill that does it before this point, so any magic fighter class can easily take this skill to further boost their damage in both sides too. After putting 10 levels into Dancer, it is now considered as mastered and you can unlock a heroic skill for it. In total, there's 6 Dancer specific heroic skill, 4 in High Fantasy, 1 in Natural Fantasy, and 1 in the 6th Fabula Ultima bonus supplement. Starting in High Fantasy Atlas, there's Paso Doble, which requires the Follow My Lead skill. While you are in crisis, ignore MP cost for Follow My Lead. About to die, time to use the power of love to try to not perish and give your partner all the power. Second, Showstopper. At the start of a conflict, if you have no martial armor, you may spend 1 Fabula point to immediately perform up to 3 different dances among those you know, in the order you prefer and cost no MP. If you do, you can't perform any dance until the end of your next turn. Exactly what it said really, you want all the buffs and effects immediately, come get it. Third, Swirling Swarm, which can also be unlocked by Fury and Sharpshooter. It's a thrown weapon focused heroic skill where if you wear no martial armor and shield, you gain 1 momentum point for using a thrown weapon for ranged attack, which can be used for extra damage or consumed to increase defense, which can be useful for a dancer to stay alive. And fourth, Triple Slash, which can also be unlocked by Weapon Master, is a heroic skill that lets you use your armor slot as a second offhand slot for weapon as long as you are wielding swords or daggers, putting all on the offense by attacking with all 3 weapons at once. This follows the normal rule for 2-weapon fighting. This can be powerful with good enough weapons, but you better hope you got enough dexterity to avoid most incoming attacks. Onward to Natural Fantasy Atlas, there's Ephemeral Tranquility, which can also be unlocked by Esper, Rogue, Spiritist, and Symbolist, and also you kinda want Hallucination and Torpor spells from Spiritist anyway for good effect, as these 2 spells can now inflict 2 status effects at once, which is very painful. The heroic skill also lets you spend up to 20 MP, and for each 10 MP, you can explode anyone with 2 or more status effects and gain back MP this way if they went into crisis or reduced to 0 afterward. A very excellent damage skill with MP recovery potential, but for a dancer, you still need something to inflict status effect on a foe in the first place before Dance Dance Revolution all of them to hell, so look for other classes and mix them in for solutions. And lastly, in the 6th Fabula Ultima bonus supplement, there's Flow of Yin and Yang, which can also be unlocked by Elementalist, Esper, and Invoker. Essentially, what's going on in this heroic skill is that if you do certain elemental damage type, you could gain Yin and Yang point, which can be used to give extra damage to elemental damage of the other type should you have at least one of another. At the end of your turn, if you have 3 or more Yin and or Yang point and got one of each, you lose it all and get to perform the following depending on the point you had, both if tied. For Yin majority, every enemy present loses half your level worth of MP, while with Yang majority, one creature you see recover MP equal to half your level. With how easy it is for Dancer to get a specific elemental type, getting the result you want is a piece of cake, and you can easily get this heroic skill to supplement your damage and support capability. And that's basically it on Dancer, the flamboyant who can literally make the world dances to their whim. Anyway, that's all for now, and I will see you all next time. Hello there, if you like this video, please subscribe and click that notification bell button. If you want to see the videos early as well as further support my channel, you can join in my Patreon page, or buy me some coffee, links in the description. Anyway, have a nice day.